Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Professor with Day Trading for Success. So I'll be starting my live trading right around the market open, just setting things up now. For those of you that are new here, this is a Thinkorswim layout. There's a consolidation layout available in the links if you are interested in that, but this is going to be more what we call the strike and recoil layout. So I have a 1 minute chart. I have the news down here is a minimized day chart. This is the active trader level 2, 15-minute chart here, 5-minute 10-day, then there's a 5-minute 2-day, a 30-minute, a 1 hour, and a 4 hour, all reduced for different strategies to use at different times. I hide the exchanges here so they don't show my account number. And then on each of these I have different custom indicators. This one's going to track the range of the stocks. There's links to all these. This is the market magnet. I'll always have your 1 minute chart set for today, not 1 day. This is the Scalp Pro meter. Shows you what's happening inside the candles. I also have the MACD on here that's souped up to really tell you the direction to go. It's pretty accurate. And then the buy-sell oscillator. All on this one busy chart here. But when you get into trading it, you know, it's not a big deal. This is your multi-chart time frame alignment. It's showing you when those other time frames are about to change on a 1 minute chart. So because a lot of people will trade with the higher time increments, and then this shows you in a quick view over here what they're all seeing: a 5-minute, 15-minute, 30-minute, 1 hour, and 4 hour chart. What is their candlestick? Those are all red. And then the 5 minute here is green right now. So it just kind of shows you, this gives you the overall trend. This is going to show you what the average volume is per 1 minute candle. We like to see that over 100, although it's not an absolute. Over 50K is what I would consider to be an absolute, but it kind of depends on how much we're going to move. If we're moving 10 cents or so on the bid, and between either one of these, if we move 10 cents and within 15 seconds, then usually you're getting enough activity to take the trade. This is the market pulse down here, which is basically telling you what the rest of the market is doing. This is what it's showing you on a 15-minute chart, and then I have it over here on a 5-minute chart, so it can kind of follow it along with the trend. So that's sort of the setup here. On my daily, I do have the SMAs. I set up some long-term fibs because I've been doing a lot of swing trading, which I hope to at some point include with you guys, but right now I'm not ready to do that. But so I usually do that with longer-term fibs, trend lines, and then I will use the crossover between the the golden cross and the death cross, which is when the 50 moving average crosses the 200 moving average. You look for it to go down. So that would have been right here when it crossed. As you can see, it did go down. That would be a perfect swing trade opportunity. And then as it crosses back over here, which would be right in this area, you'd be seeing it, right? Then you can see it said that's the golden cross that says go up, although it's very muddled right in here. Look at the 100. So I would not take that as a swing trade, just because this is, first of all, this is Tesla. Tesla's pretty hard to swing trade, so we kind of want to stay away from that. Anyway, we're not going to get into that today. Something coming up, though, that I hope to share with you guys. But today I was just marking out the stocks. Now, make sure you have the right scanners. You can program these yourself if you want. I have a consolidation one. I have one that's gonna, that's for over 50K, over 100K, and has the whole 15 cent and everything. So this picks up a lot of different ones. And then I made one down here that's just more of a watch list of stocks that I always have up. So. But basically, guys, you can find opportunities in any large cap, mega cap stock if you do that one trick. Is it moving, or is it so thickly traded that you can't get in and scalp it? And then after that, it's whatever you want to use to take your trades. I like to use indicators, but I will use historical data. As I'm making a video now, and it's taking some time because there's a lot of discussion going on about the order I should introduce the indicators, and it's like it's like when do you take the perfect trade? You have indicators and then you have indications, like two different things. So under historical data, we have the indications, right? And then indicators are going to sort of show you short-term data if you're using the ones that are for scalping, which is kind of ones I was just showing you on the 1 minute chart and the 5 minute chart over here. But indications are more historical data, and that if I were to be asked right now, it's going back and forth whether it's volume or indications, but it's kind of like it's hard to say what is the most important, to take your trades. In my opinion, but I do rely a lot. If you watch me scalp, I absolutely rely on indications like ATR levels, whole and half dollar levels, and historical data. I mean, those are like right up there with my primary take a trade, because it's trading with the crowd. They all see that. And again, trading with the crowd is meant to be very short term, not you don't necessarily trade with the crowd on a swing trade. That's where you have a lot of 90% of day traders are wrong, right? Can they wait out the move? I mean, we can't expect this to be a bull market forever, right? So you can't just say, well, I'll buy it, it's eventually going to go up, because it might not. So swing trades, learning the hard way, keeping your share size low, waiting out the moves, having multiple 3 or 4, 50 share or 100 share trade. Don't take, I don't know, everybody has a different perspective. I mean, I take 1,000 share trades, and that's okay. I can do that, and sit it out on different accounts and wait, months for it to pay off. It's okay. But that's not what I would advise your average trader to do. And most traders, I'm lucky that I can be in that position. Let's go over a couple of other stuff, though. I'm getting lost. So our bias based on the staff here and everything that's being researched here. NVIDIA is bullish today. Tesla bearish. Palantir is bullish. Amazon is bullish. Apple is bullish. MU is bullish. AMD is bullish. Broadcom bullish. Oracle bullish. Microsoft bullish. Alphabet, Google bullish. And then the SPY is bullish bias, and QQQ is bullish bias. There's some other notes that they want me to read here. I'm not going to really read all that stuff. But anyway, I don't have my headphones in today just so I don't get constantly corrected or things I don't say. So that's just my choice that I'm going to do that. So I am trading with the group here today, and these are very low share size traders we're going to trade with, just a very, very small group. And of course, anybody who's on the live stream, it's free to come on the stream anytime when I'm streaming. I won't be streaming every single day, so make sure you set your alerts, subscribe if you're interested. And please, it really helps me out if you press that subscribe and like button. More and more they're telling me that I don't ask for that enough, so that would be great if you guys would do that. Excuse me. The Benzinga news, since I'm a pro member in the pro lounge, reading through their chat, basically talking about the same stocks I just mentioned, although there is a resurgence on mid caps, and a lot of the scuttlebutt in the chat and the pro lounge is about that. But their alerts that they put out, and I'm contributing to that. Their alerts that they put out are pretty much, I just covered. They're all the big boys and which way to go with them. Of course, nothing's for sure on this stuff. So, yet that's why I love scalping, as you know, because you can just decide in the moment. Now, yesterday you probably saw me get in a little hole doing this, and then I just got frustrated, and I just said, here's how I really trade when I'm not worried about other people, and I got out of the hole within 3 trades, 4 trades. But I average in more because I can afford to do it. I know I'm lucky that way. can I come up with a way that's a perfect way for everybody to trade? No, and I really can't. I can't. I can try. I mean, look, yesterday somebody sent me a long email about like, you know, you're using your big accounts, and I think we did a couple more trades. I don't know what you saw, but we ended up with like $105 for the staff here. It's not, 240 trading days, right, guys? That's $24,000. Is that right? Am I doing my math right as a math teacher? You do $100 a day. Even if you just say do 200 days, you got $20K. So if you have a $40,000 account to make those trades, because you can, if you're doing the PDT, you just made 50% profit in 1 year. Find me any one of your brokers that say they can do that for you, Fisher included, which they'll say 18%, and that's risky trades. Schwab is like 4%, 5%. Most of them 8%, 9%. You make 50% in a year because, so don't send me an email about the risk to make $100. You're not doing your math, okay? So just think about it. Think about it. I wouldn't spend all my money on scalping. I would want to keep my options open and have long-term stuff going. I have a lot of bonds, if you must know. I mean, I have really safe investments, in my opinion. And remember, I am not a licensed financial advisor. This is probably a good time to say, please seek the advice of somebody licensed before you try to do any trades or take any of my advice here on this channel. Do your own due diligence. I am not licensed to give you the advice. I am there with the rest of the crowd doing the best I can do. And I run at about a 90% accuracy overall on my trades, especially when I do the RV strategy on Day Trading Volume 1. But on this strategy yesterday, I think we figured out I was like 68%. So that was, that's still got, look, you get green, you make green, you're green and you're green, right? You make green, and does that make sense? What I'm saying is green is green. I still made money, but so it's not about the accuracy. Where that all starts is that we compete as a group for accuracy, and we give each other a really hard time. So we're looking for that holy grail of 100% accuracy. And I get it many, many times. And of course, you could take one trade, and that could be a good trade. You say, 100% accurate, I'm done. So that's a little skewed if you only take a couple trades. But if you're getting in there for 10, 15, 20 trades, and you're 100% accurate, well, that's pretty good. And we do it from time to time. But even if you just miss one trade, you can be in the low 90s. And usually I'm missing one or two trades when I do the RV, or, I'm just usually trying to change my mind and get out quickly, and I'll take a tiny loss, but it hurts my accuracy. And it doesn't matter if how green I am when you're going for accuracy. So we compete for accuracy, but then we also compete for the totals. And, I do pretty good on that too. So, and then we have our own little pool for that stuff. And as far as that's all for charity. I don't know how legal any of that is, but it's all internal. So, on our watch list today, I kind of marked up what I saw. So I marked up NVIDIA, Tesla, Palantir, AMD, MU, Broadcom, and TSM. I didn't do Google, Baba. I didn't do IWM. It didn't actually hit. You guys didn't report on that today. Let's take a look at that. Russell. I've got that from yesterday. Take a look at the day chart on that. I'll show you how I set my fibs if you weren't watching earlier. This is set for 1 year right now. So I will look at the stock to see how much activity is in 1 year. Do I need to go back 5 years? What do I need to do? But I'll do a long-term fib on a swing, which of course I highly advise you do. So I'm at 50, I'm looking for 58.20. I'll do that, and then I'll do a trend. So we'll look right there. You know, I could grab that up there where all those hit before it broke the trend, you know. Or I could say, is that going to be a trend? Probably not. In a case like this, I don't even mark it. I won't even mark it. Nope, because it's just of no use. And then I would go in and I would do the, I will go back 10 days as well. On this, I'll go back 10 days. I'll set that fib. I won't go back 10 days. Okay, let me just restart. If I'm doing a swing, I'm not just going back 10 days. I went ahead and marked that fib. Now I'm looking for the scalp and recoil. Should I do another fib? And I think I will today. This is probably the same one I had yesterday that I just deleted. Close enough. And I will mark this just in case we get over here to trade this. But I did jump around a little bit yesterday because I was upset with my performance on Tesla. Ended up green, but it was messy. It was messy. Tesla was hard yesterday so I raised my share size more than I really should have on this account so that I wouldn't get caught in a swing. I really shouldn't have done more than 100 shares. I'm looking at it on Tesla. Yep. So, and I went up to 200, I think. And on NVIDIA, I might have gone to 400. I don't know. But I'm just looking at this. This account has roughly 44,000 in it. So I can margin up to like 170K. But I don't want to, if I hold into a swing while doing this, I don't want to hold margin overnight, So really, I set my share size. I have a little sheet of paper over that Charlie put up for me to do the quick math. Like Tesla's 100 shares, NVIDIA's 200, Apple's 150, AMD's 150, Broadcom 100, Palantir 200, Baba 350, Hood. Hey, Hood isn't even on this list anymore. 250. CRWV is 250 and IRIN is 500. Those are ones I might trade. All right, let's get ready and think about what we're going to do here. And I'm going to probably go right back to, let me just see what Tesla looks like at the pre-market here. Now, guys, if you're new here, I do not recommend at all you trade at the open. Not at all. It is extremely risky, and I would say more times than not, I lose. So it's stupid as well as risky. Just stupid. It does feel really good to get it right, though. I mean, it is gambling. That's the part of trading that's gambling. I mean, I don't know, not 100%, I guess, because I'm looking at the data. But man, it's a real crapshoot at the open. So it's not something I would ever teach for sure. I like to wait as it gets closer to a half hour after market opens. Look for those historical data levels, those whole and half dollars. See how the volume and the indicators and the EMAs, the SMAs, and with the MACD and everything. What are they calling? Try to get as many as I can lined up, and take a trade for 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. Take a trade for 10, 15, 20 cents, whatever the range tracker is calling out for me here. That's for your safety up here. This is a good indicator to have. So Tesla's pretty big range for pre-market. If you really think about that, those are pretty big ranges for pre-market. But it's just gradually fading here. So the news wasn't great. Had a story down here. I mean, I set this yearly one because this is a level that if it got down here, it might rebound to 431. So I don't actually like this. I'm not gonna. This is too hard to even for me, for gambling. So I'm gonna go to a different stock to gamble with. Let's take a look at this one. At least I've got some historical data on this one that might help me make a quick, bounce here. Kind of reading the news here. Benzinga's got some stories here. Just hopefully my volume's good for you guys. Went back up. So that is a, look at how it turned right. It stopped right at that level that I marked. Let's get a look at that level. 90.55 right there. That was a peak from a few days ago, and then it hit it again a few times, and there it's right there right now. So that it could drop off that at open. So that's an interesting look, right? But it might be on its way to a recovery. This is what I mean about a crapshoot. There's not enough data revealed for me to take this trade. And there is no qualms about it. People that like to criticize me. Yeah, I understand. I can't call this trade. No, I can't call it. So I'm just going to gamble. Maybe. I'm going to watch the price action. So criticize till the end of time. How do you find the time? I had like 3 emails yesterday. It's just like, is there something else in your life? I mean, if you're that sure, why aren't you trading live for everybody to see? All right, I'm going to stop there. But you're right. I don't know. And should I lead people down that path? Absolutely not. That's why I said don't do it. Did you not hear that part? Jeez. Guys, I can't control what people do. I can't control what you do. I can't. Most of you are, 99% of you are very sensible and understand that. But there's a few that either don't watch the content, just jump in and go, what's he saying? Or just don't get the fact that I'm not your daddy. I mean, I can't, you know. Yes, I was a teacher for years, and I understand students do look that way to you, and I get it. But I'm trying to be very, very clear about it here. I love you guys, I do, but you gotta do your own due diligence, and I wish nothing but the best for everybody. I don't like that alarm. That's this one. I gotta turn that off. It's like, This new layout will not have that, and I turned off most all the other ones except when the volume surpasses the previous volume, which is about to happen. And you're going to hear this, see a ding, and that one blew. So it did break that level, so now going short off of it is a tad scary. Am I set for? Yeah, okay. I didn't do a pre-market on Thinkorswim this morning, so I had finished it and on Lightspeed and came over here early and started setting this up. See how close we are to a trend line down here? Well, I guess that's not all that close money-wise. Yeah, 182. Now, if that was a 1-minute chart. Yeah, I got to watch this close. I'm not going to... so we've got less than a minute, really. Remember, if you are going to try this, market's going to slip the heck out of you, even picks you up. So plan on spending some time on the phone proving that you got screwed out of your trade, or just don't do market and don't trade the first candle, the first 2, 3, 4 candles. And if you're going to do this at all, you're really taking a huge chance. Like I said, again, I do not recommend. I'm not sure I'm even going to take a trade here. I'm just setting myself up for a loss. There's the irony, right? I'm just going to set myself up to bail out of this because my other trades are more successful. This is the one I'm always bailing out of. But I enjoy it. I cannot tell a lie. Pull that slot machine handle, Here we go. I turned off the ding, 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 ding. So you don't hear that. Whoa! It did reject, huh? Wow. That was a big rejection. Where did that go? Well, not even a whole dollar, I guess. And then it came right back up. So it broke the level. Now, man, I'd love to get in down here close to 190 if it hits down there. This is the $1.50 filled in. But now here's the ATR. It blew through the ATR. That's the RV ATR. Blew right through it. Is it going to reject? That's normally where I would short. It's all over the board here, guys. It wants to break it big time. I'm going to go ahead and go in. What did it take me? See, that was a 20-cent different than where I pressed it. 20 cents difference. I pressed it at 950 area, and now it's hurting me. I had no data there. You know, I was just reading off the historical data. Since it broke the ATR once, it seemed like it was going to do it again. So I wanted to get under it, the ATR, which is right in this level. But instead, it's breaking down and not looking good for me. I'll hold into it. This is where the fun is. Fun, fun. I'm already done having fun, please. I'd like to be green and have not so much fun doing this. All right, market magnet, please pull up. I want to get out of this trade, so I'm going to sell the ask and wait for a setup. If I can get out, I want to get out green is what I'm hoping for, but wow, that's a rickshaw, man. That could turn us up. Let's see. That's a good rickshaw, man. Let's go upward with that, not downward. Oh, boy. Come on, baby. Where's our prayer indicator? Too early to really count on this Scalp Pro. It's going to break the 190. It did. Strengthening, going down. It's looking worse for me. I can't help but do it. I can't help but get myself in a hole right before we even start. You know, for me, I'm looking for a challenge. Kind of like it makes it much more of a challenge, you know, when I start in a hole. Now, I think about half our people took this trade and half did not. That's usually what happens. So kudos to the half that did not. Getting ready to get out. This is really the recovery. Here's our 5-minute mark here. And that's what that vertical line is. If it crosses that, still going down, we have a real issue here. Wow. So it is definitely just continuing to pounding down. Probably will recover, you know. Probably. So on NVIDIA, theoretically, I could go 200 shares if I want to call this my half entry. Try to get a better price point. Heading up toward the magnet here. There's our VWAP. It's our 9 moving average or 20 moving average. There is sign of a recovery here, which looks good. See, look at the Scalp Pro here. So the sellers were going down. Volume stopped a little bit, and then inside they were going down. So that's showing a sign of a recovery, meaning a retracement back up. So let's see if we can get that. Almost doubled down there. I was thinking about it. I'd be in the green right now had I done that. So 90.55 might reject off that again. I think if I get up here, I'm just going to sell out because I don't want to trust the ass to fill me. It's rejecting off that level. Guys, I'm just going to take that hit for a lesser amount. It looks like it was going to reject, and indeed it did. So that's my first trade. It's a bad trade. And there's the rejection that I saw coming. So that tweezer moved down. I didn't want to ride this forever. So what we're going to do now is lick my wounds. Just me. That's gross. No, I'm going to lick my wounds. But what I'm going to do now is wait a little bit. So let's see, because I need more data, which is something I just kept trading yesterday when I got in the hole of $200. And really, I need more data to call these. We have to wait for these to reveal themselves. So we're kind of stuck for a minute. We can look around and see. People are waving to me about to look at a stock. Apple. Apple's not even hitting the scanners. Why do I want to look at Apple? Somebody made money on Apple. Shorting it, I assume you mean. Yeah, it broke its ATR, so that's usually a sign that we're trending down. Why are Apple shares trending Monday? Well, that's an old story already, guys. So, yeah, boy, just like I thought yesterday, the oil, that was a big move on that. I know some of us took swings on that. I took a tiny swing on that. We'll see what happens. I don't usually trade oil stocks, so wow. So you are right. That is a big move, or that's a $3 move for Apple. So you are right. That is worthy of my attention. Let's see. Not really a way to trade for scalp and recoil, but it might be with a short biased. Look at that, huh? So what are we really ranging here? We don't have any data but a downward trend. That's all we have. So we have that, and then we have whole and half dollar levels. I did not mark any fibs or anything here on this. Let me do some quick mark. I kind of have been steering clear of Apple. See, if I mark the fibs right now, they'd be above its level because I should go from there to there. I can't mark what's actively happening. Wow, it is continuing to drop here, guys. What's going on? Evercore buy. Gets a buy from Evercore. Apple service temporarily app softness amid resilience ecosystem supports buy. So that's JP Morgan analyst. Apple spending slightly down. That's the one that's making this happen. Goldman Sachs. That was at 6:35 a.m. I guess there was a bit of a dip. I don't know. Oh my God, it just keeps going. I hate chasing falling knives like this because they're going to turn around. And if we want it to turn around, you want me to go short. Then everybody else should go long. Man, huh? It is really tempting. It's going to break that too. The half dollar, it just did. What is going to stop this thing? So there's the full ATR right down there. I'm looking to get in on a short, guys. I'm seeing if it can rebound closer to 64. I tried to get it right there. 63.90. Let's see if it's going to hurt me and it's going to start to recover now. That is a reversal sign right there, but look at this coming in. That should pull the magnet down and continue it downward. But, you know, it's right at my price point now. Wow, I had a $25 trade there. I blew it. I mean, just for a quick... now it's gone. All right, so clearly I'm going to have to do market to get out of these trades. $26. Not fantastic, but it's on my way to recovering from that debacle. Now, again, I was waiting for data. I don't have data here. I have a looking at price action of a falling knife. I have a catalyst is what I have, and it seems to be, though these large and mega cap, this is a mega cap, news, it takes a lot of something bad to make a move very far down. Is it going to break that ATR, guys? I would go long at this level. That is 62.87 roughly. At least take a recoil there. Looking to go short again as it bounces up here. It's recoiling up before it hits that ATR. It keeps the ask says 40. This is what I'm looking at the market maker so I can get into the move here. I'll take that. All right. It might bounce off that. Wow, it really dropped me low. Wow. I thought it was going to hit off the $0.50. It didn't. But I thought it was at the $0.50. Okay, so here we come with some price action on the market magnet. Pulled it down. Oh, man, it's giving me a red trade. I think it may have found its bottom. People are saying that's too low. Very near. That could be a rejection off the ATR, like it didn't have to go all the way to it, you know. Again, I don't have enough data to take this trade. That's sort of stupid scalping, but I went off the levels. Time do we have now? Getting closer to when we can actually start to see stuff reveal itself. Yeah. I went ahead in and doubled down on that move as it started to go down. Then it turned around the second I hit the button. It turned around the second I hit the button. It was coming up here, right? And it looked like it was going to make a big move down, and now it's hurting me more than Tesla is. Oh, boy. I was going for a quick out there, trying to do a quick out, and instead, so we're at the 9. So this is going bad. I have to get out. Oh my God. This is why you wait for data. You just don't jump in. The volume surpassed going up. I'm praying for some kind of a dip here. Everything looks like it's going up. I don't see a reversal here. That could be it on this candle, maybe. Yeah, there we go. See the sellers taking over here? Let's hit a little stronger, please. Break through that magnet. Break through the 64. Break through the 64, guys. There you go. Oh, you almost did it. Almost did it. Break through the 64. There you go. Can we get green for the day on this stock, please? Oh, no. Still pounding. How about a green trade? I'm green for the day. I'm getting greedy. Going for a green trade. I got greedy. Come on, pound it down. Pound it down. No, that's not pounding down. Oh, no. That was a recoil. That would have been perfect if I was going if I'd got in up there. So data's starting to call itself out. I'm just in the wrong position. These are great little trades that I'm in the wrong position for here. Right off the 264 level. Holding this a little longer, getting ready to get a hit, take a hit against me here. Broke to 64 again. Not what I wanted to see. It's flat topping it and breaking through it. I got to get out. No, I got to get out. Okay, so that hurt. It's going to go up. There it goes. Well, we're having a bad day so far. Yeah, that showed no signs of going down. So I think that was the bottom. As I called it, as soon as I go in, you should go long. It's not going to drop down below 64 now again, is it? Let's see if we can stay on this a minute. I like the activity of it. I just don't know if I want to go long biased or not. And as you know, I want to get green on the stock no matter what. What are we at? So we're almost at enough time. We're 13 minutes from the hour. Wow, it did take me down. I could have recovered. Wow. This is good. This is good that we have some action here. So I'm feeling good about trying to recover off this. That's at the 50-cent mark. And it did have a 20-cent slip to start with, which really bothered me. All right. We have to make sure that it comes back one more time here before we go long. But I got out of that too soon, as you can see. This is the great thing about large caps, is they will retrace just consistently. It's just that this had a trend, so I was like, you know, wow. All right, so I want to see this recover off that 50 cent like it did. Where was its low? Way down here, 63 even. So if this starts pulling back up, then we have some channeling. I'm surprised no new news has come out about this. Because that's some old stories. This should be going up based on the news that came out at 8:56, and it's not, which is really weird. So it did stop here. So now we're getting a flat bottom here consistently. It seems like it's worthy of at least a recoil upward here. All right, I'll wait it out a little bit more before I jump into this action. Just want to make sure it doesn't keep falling off. Kind of like to go long bias now that it's made this big move down, looking for a retracement throughout the day. There it goes. Volume surpassed it as it went up again. That's the second time that the volume jumped higher as it went up. So 64.14, I kind of smoothed the level out on a tweezer move. You have an inverted hammer here. We're about to break this 5 minute. You see both the 5 and 15 have stopped it here. It's going green now for those traders trading that time increment. And we're going to cross this over in 3 seconds. Here we go. So let's see if it just takes off or if it's going to go back down. It should go up based on that data. The short term, it should go up. Let's see if it breaks to 64.14. Yep, it did go up, just like I thought. There's your ATR up here. So now if it comes down here again, I'm going to take a long trade off this 63.50. try to get some recovery, start to get some real trading in here because we're close enough now. We have enough consolidating data now to call Apple. And I didn't originally, tried to catch the falling knife, and then I bailed out too soon. Waiting it out. See if it hammers down here. Come on. Give us an opportunity down here. Don't jump in too early, guys, because it's no guarantee it's going to go up here. Look at everybody, the Q, the SPY, everything's going up on all the time increments. 5 and 15 anyway. The market hasn't been open that long, so that means it's going up. Yeah, let's give it. Oh, it just would not drop. So the lowest to drop down was like 63.82. 64.82, right? No, 63. Wow. So it was, yeah, because there's 64. That's right. Okay. So it's slow, very slow now, which is good. That's a reversal sign on that. So that's good. Got a doji or rickshaw man here. Let's get it down. Here we go. Let's get it back down to the 50 cent down there. Look at this. See if we can get it near the 50 cent on the market maker. So we get in the trade. Anywhere near there. Oh, it's just not doing it, is it? 72 is the lowest I've seen it on the market maker. 71. 15. I'm going to take that. Oh, God. 65. All right. Well, it's okay. I think it's going to turn around. So we're going to try to take that trade, get it back up here a little bit closer toward the 64. So we were turning around at just right at the 64 level. That's what I'm looking for to make my first green trade, I hope, at the 64 level. There's 85. I'm going to take that. It was at 90, so I got $20-something out of that. I made 1 out of 3. Oh, no, I think I did make 1 green trade. All right, so let's see if we can jump in again. If it gets down here closer to 63.50. I was 200 shares when I lost all that, unfortunately, but it's okay. You get it back. You grind it back. Like I was mentioning, even $100 a day on your minimum PDT account means you made 50%. You made 50%, like half again your entire account in 1 year. So, if you do the math, it's you got to look at it like in a bigger picture, right? So you don't freak yourself out. And that first day we did what was it? 450. Yeah. Oh, I think 300, like as I said, 6,000 on the thumb. Yeah, I think it was 300 on the stream, and then we made another like 150 after the stream ended. But I'll give an account, verified account reading soon as we get more days in here, so we can see how we're doing for everybody on TraderView, like we did before. Just too early to show you anything now, really. But we had 2 green days. Let's not make this a red one. It's just stalled here right now, huh? 10 o'clock, half hour after market open in New York Stock Exchange, there will be a push. Guessing the right direction like we do in the RV would be a good thing. Nvidia's up. Tesla's down to 437. Apple is down $4. Palantir's even. Oops. Palantir's even money. Come on. Bang down a little lower. Get down there low. 66. 63. Hit me a 5. I want to see a 5 on the market maker there. Nope. Come on. 63 up, back up 10 cents in a split second. What's our spread? Spread's only between, it's an averaging of about 3 cents. It's just not giving us, it's really short term. I need to smooth the level in here pretty soon where it's turning around more often and right in the middle there kind of. There we go. What did I get that? 59? I saw 56 for a split second. Take that. I think we had two $20 trades there. I'm playing the tighter channel there. I would go short. I want to go long bias, but I might take a short right here. So it's flat topping right below that level. It's flat topping like about right here. Yeah, 64. I'd call that 64 is where it's flat topping. Yeah. So okay, now I'm not going to take a short. That was too strong. Nope. Not going to take a short off that. This is why I want to go long bias, because I think it's going to reclaim near its open. Unless there's news like Cook died or something. I mean, it has to be really bad news to make a stock keep going down and stay down like Apple. Just, okay, so it's hitting the VWAP. Now, that would be where a lot of people would reject it, go short. And if the VWAP and the ATR are right near each other off that 265, that would be a definite take a recoil there. Let's just look at the recoil, 44 cents. Yeah, that was 12 cents in like 15 seconds. I want to go long. I'm waiting for a bigger dip, a bigger rejection off this move that just went up. I want to go long here. For those of you that are ill-advisedly following everything I do. You got to get out of this hole. Have a good time doing it. I'm feeling pretty confident about this stock now, about being able to call the trades. But we have to wait it. We have to wait them out. I'm not in a big rush today. So it continues to go up. Yeah, I may start to call long down here. I'm not going to look for a super, super big dip, I don't think, because it's just showing us that it's going to go up. There's the 64.50. It's going to hold that. Went to 47, 42. I'm going to grab it right there. I went long right there. I got it at 43. Ready to double down if it keeps going down for it to retrace back up. Now we may create a bull flag right here, so that would be good. I suddenly can't see this stuff. Yeah, buyers were going down. I wish I would have seen that actually. They were starting to go down just before I took that trade. I didn't have that open for some reason, but it's okay. We're right at my level that I got in, which is 43 cents. I kind of want it to go down so I can add to it. When I got really hurt, I added as it was going up, and then it went down right after I added to it. That's the way you momentum trade, of course, is you add as it goes up. Take profit, add, take profit, add, take profit, add, There we go. I'm just looking for anything with a 2 in front of it to take the trade. So we stair step down to just 20 $6. It's good that we had some kind of a pullback so it can keep going up. So we're right at that VWAP, guys. What people call it the VWAP. Like I was talking to you earlier about how to call the perfect trade. The VWAP is right there as one of the data points that you have to look at. But you have to be careful because you can get analysis paralysis looking at too much stuff. And I started saying how you have the indicators and you have the indications, and the indications are more historical data. This would be both kind of. It's an indicator showing you historical data. I guess they all do that, really. I'm talking about this is more of a tool rather than something you draw, There's studies and there's tools. Wow, huh? There it goes. I want to take long trades, not short trades, but there's a lot of recoil opportunities here. Yeah, it seems like you can't go too wrong unless you ride through the recoil hoping that it will save you. It went from 49 cents to 54 cents. I'll take that. Got it at 54. See, I was at 40. I was at 51 at the highest on the market maker. It slipped 3 cents. So that's good. At least I know what it's slipping. So it's pounding down on that level. I did long biased. 78. Yeah, I can't hope for more than like a $10 green on this. Don't go for $20 on this one, the way it's moving right now. Something like $10 maybe, which is 10 cents. 10 cents I'm looking for, that's all. A 10-cent climb, real quick. I'll take that trade because my position isn't great for this. I'll take that. That's like $8. Actually, it got more because it went up as I got out, so it slipped upward, which was great. Broke the VWAP. So again, it stopped kind of near where it was before. It looks like 264.78 seems to be grinding right above this $0.50. So let's see if we can catch a dip down there. I don't want it to break down, of course, but I think it's going to reclaim its opening where it opened today. So you could just take a trade and wait it out. Since you never know, and I like to control my destiny, I just take short trades. You have the, what's her name on Humble Trader saying now she switched to swing trading. I don't know what happened with her and day trading, but I think something went terribly wrong. I stopped making videos for a while, then suddenly came out with I'm now a swing trader, which is interesting. I had a point why I brought her up. Yeah, so that would be something that you would just play if you were a swing trader. You might just play, or a day trader. You might just play that for the day to go back. I give her credit though, because she's very, very entertaining. She's the most entertaining person on YouTube, even if she's not the best trader, but. I mean, you're not going to see me pole dancing. Oh, sorry. I just did a promo for her. Well, ATR is definitely a short, and that is at 65. Well, really 65 even. Here we are. Wow. God, I'm long biased, but I got to do it. I got to take a short there. I got to take at least a recoil there. Is it going to blow me out here? Price action says it's going to go down. ATR says go down, but it's not. Come on, baby. Make a choice here. I'm going to get out of this trade and take a loss if it keeps going up here. There's a couple of bucks. There it goes. That's the rejection I was looking for. I'm just going to take a short. You know why? Because it took too long to do that. It looks like it's going to go up off the ATR, and there it goes. So I got like $4 out of that. But I could see that it was, that the recoil was really, it was like 5 cents. That was it. It's just really making its move up now. Look at it. So we don't want to go short here. We want to go long bias. So I'd be lucky to get it dipped down to the ATR 265. I doubt it'll go that low again. That would be great to take a long trade down there. I think I might have to get in higher here and just chase this upward. So here we are now at 65.50. Is it going to break that? Reject off to 65.50. I've been doing markets. I'm going to go ahead and go in. Got it at 46 cents. I do not think it's going to reject here. I will double down at the ATR if it goes downward. I'm going to just try to get green off this trade if I can, and then we'll reassess. Since this is now no longer giving me consolidation action, I don't want to keep trading it. But I will try to chase it up for a minute and get green. There we go. So that one's green. I like everything to be green. Oh, wait, what was I trading? Well, it was NVIDIA that it got me. That's where I'm down for the day because of this. Can we get this green? Let me take now that we have enough data, let's call it and see if we can. Looks like it's consolidating nicely here. Well, we're right off that ATR level. This looks good. It took a long off the ATR. So it did go up. Remember, we were looking at that 190 level way back when. This is where I was losing money in this level. So retesting and going up, that's like the escalator strategy. So that is at the 191, and then the ATR RV is at the, yeah, this is a long trade right here. Even though it just made a bear flag. This is a bear flag. So that's not good to go long. But I'm going to, the ATR is going to supersede for me. I'm actually going to go in right there. As it dropped below my position in a split second. You also have your VWAP to help me out here, so let's see. That is definitely making a bear flag, which means I'm in the wrong position on the patterns. But I do weigh a little bit more on this ATR level, so we'll see. I didn't take enough time to really study this because this is all straight down too. I said, hit its high for today. I counted on a retracement off of that. I put a lot of stock in this ATR, and it's not serving me well right now. Yeah, it's breaking down. It's not going up. I don't like to see that. Do not like to see that. How high that selling was right there. Okay, don't break down through that again. Oh boy, come on, baby. There you go. Now we're cooking. Get back up here. So this is like 20. We're looking for like 20 cents. Give me 20 cents. You know what? I'll take 10. You know what? Can we have a conversation about this? Oh my God, NVIDIA, what are you doing? Oh my God. That is a breakdown, not a move up. Everything says it's breaking down. They're stop doing that. See, the buyers didn't make it to the top. They were less volume than the sellers. Again, that ATR is just lifting it up. Where's our magnet? Nowhere around, huh? Oh, way up here. That's good. All right. We don't want to see that pull down. Don't break the VWAP. Don't break the... Oh, God. I got to get out. All right. So that was a bad trade. ATR didn't hold it. You know, I had the opportunity to, you've seen me trade, to average into that again, but I just don't feel comfortable. This is really not a choice readable thing. I just wanted to get it green, but it's not ideal like Apple was a minute ago. With that channeling, this channel is pretty wide, and it's not really a channel. The fact, now the ATR is going to recover off the ATR. And there it goes. Says NVIDIA stock is surging. That's kind of old news, but it just happened 12 minutes ago. Well, I wish I would have stayed in the trade now. Although it's barely 10 or 20 bucks there. I kind of don't want to go to Tesla just to get me green, but if I have to, I will. Tesla can bail you out pretty quickly if you have the funds to trade it. All right, so looks like long biased again, huh? Broke the 9 and the 20. Just out of control on the scalp pro meter, although sellers did just go down there. Buy-sell oscillators turning it around. This could be a good recoil opportunity right at the 91.50. Pushing it right out of the way there. It says, no, we ain't stopping. I went long bias before and it at the ATR and it hurt me, but now it's way up there. I had to held it just a few minutes more. It looked like a total breakdown, so I was thinking, God, it'll end up another $1, $2 down. So I just took my small $20 hit and got out. All right, I'm looking for a dip here, guys. 50 cents seems to be holding it. It's not enough of a dip. It's only like 19 cents off of its high. There we go. Now we're getting better. That was 30. That's 41. Can we go a little lower, maybe? A little lower. Come on, baby. A little lower. Really slow, huh? 41 is as low as I've seen it on the market maker. There we go. Give us a dip down. It shows it down across the board in all the multi-chart alignment. Maybe coming to retest that ATR again, huh? So it just broke over the 15 minute. So they saw green. Yeah, I'm going to go in based on that. I'm going to go in based on the 15 minutes seeing green. And let's see if we can... They're all going to jump on, and we're going to go up now. There we go. Well, I got back most of that. Yeah, I think because wasn't I 60 something down originally? All right. I didn't get over greedy. I just took a quick $20 trade and looking for it to drop back down. That was basically based on the 15-minute. It was green here. It crossed the 15-minute. A bunch of people jumped in, gave us a 20-cent bump, and just took advantage of it. The multi-chart alignment works pretty well most of the time. I mean, you can count on it. Add it to the data. Plus, we're below the magnet. I feel like it's going to pull it up to the magnet. That's where most of the price volume happened already. Saying it's trending up again. New trend forming because it has to break this to break the trend. So people are seeing that. Volume surpassed as it was. See, everything is telling you it's going up. Price action above the magnet pulls the magnet up. Going to break the 190. And I'm not in the move. I'm explaining it as it goes past me. And I don't make any money on it. But it kind of just happened that everything lined up perfectly for another 20, 30 cent move up. So we're getting near to where it was. There's where the body's closed right there. Yeah, right at that level. So the 92 levels kind of could be the rejection level here. I think I'm going to go rejection off that level. Just strictly the strength of that whole dollar level if it gets near it again. It's already rejecting off it, so there's a 15-cent rejection off of it. So I worry now that might be all it's going to reject. So I'm now thinking maybe I want to go long if it pulls down here a little further. Yeah, I will. I'm going to go in off the... Shouldn't be doing that. All those decimals. Oh, God. All right. This is something I've been in constant discussions about. Oh, okay. That's because I'm not going through their exchange. That's why. I'm not on the dark pool thing. Ah. That is why. Just going to take that $18 trade or whatever it was, $16 trade. Looking for a dip down again. Interesting. I'm gonna go long on 70 cents there. Data says it's going down. Sellers weakened on that. And I'm still gonna trade at long buys. I will hold into this trade a little longer than the last time if it starts to hurt me. No, we're not talking exactly huge numbers here, so. Did respect that 92. It's swailing down off of it. I marked it at 191.98, but it's really 92. I wanted it to go lower because I was going to add to the share size. That's how confident I am that it's going to go back up. I thought it might take three or 4 minutes to do it, though. You know, accuracy wise, I'm hitting all these, but it's just taking a while to bail out. This is scalp and recoil. You're just taking a little bit on the dip back up. You know, you also do short, so you don't say buy the dip because you do the short, and then you just get out fast like a snake recoiling, like it strikes, recoil, strikes, recoil. You go the opposite direction that it's going and then catch the recoil profit. I made that up. Is that good or what? I'm not going to try to do my rattlesnake. Ooh, look at this. We can buy a dip down here. We can buy a dip down here, guys. 57. I'm going to go ahead and take that. 54. Yes, I'm prepared for it to go down further. I'm okay with that. I like that move. MACD's sending it down. So I'll double down in this area, anywhere near the 91, which would give me a 91.25 position with 200 shares. If it gets down that low, I will double down. Otherwise, I'll wait out this move. It was counterintuitive. I know it was going down, and the MACD said down. I do think it's going to retrace. Don't like to see the volume going higher as it goes down, but we just got to wait a minute. I am trading this long bias still. This just came out at 10:19. This is 2 minutes ago. So give this a chance for a few people to read. And this is it's talking about a different stock, but it's going to help NVIDIA as well. I'm going to wait this move out. We can get green for the day. I wanted it to go a little lower before I added to it. Got this nice big ATR level to help us with the VWAP right next to it and the whole 191, which was right at the level we were looking at, near just above historical data from earlier. Of course, I wish I would have waited to enter it now. You know, it's got a better position, but you also could have just done that whole thing and just never done this breakdown to give me the opportunity to stay in this trade and add to it. So coming up, everything turned red, which isn't good except for the 4 hour. But remember, the trend was forming. So this is just one nasty candle. That's all this is. It's going to turn around. I have told it, so it must turn around now. Wow, so we got very close to what I want to add. It was 07 on the bid. I think it's turning around now. I didn't get a chance to double down on it. Oh, there it goes. It's going to go up. 1817. I'm looking at the market maker, looking for a dip. 12. Oh, come on. Go down a little more. Hurt me a little more first. There's a reversal sign with a rickshaw man. I'm going to go ahead and go. I doubled down right there, guys. So big chance, obviously, but there it goes. I saw it moving, and I was just like, it's going to make its move. So I'm at 37 now. So I got to hold into this move back up. There's a reversal sign. Needs to break the 9 and the 20. I'm looking for a little bigger trade with 200 shares. I'm not going to just get out at $10 or something. So this was an easy call. Will it continue? I'm surprised it's stalling. There it goes. The volume went higher as it was going up. Everybody's going to jump on that. So that should go back up. There we go. 9150 is our next waypoint. Like to see it break that. Let's break through the 9150, please. Oh, wow. Pulled all the way back off that. Rejected off the 9150. Come on, one more time. It's going back up to hit it. There it goes. Oh! I don't know. I was watching this to get it green, and it was $4 green, and it slipped. Just so I was green, you know, because, you know, I'm just still recovering from the earlier trades. I don't know what that means. Am I red? No, I'm green for the day. Boy, this is pathetic, but, you know. It's all because of trading the open is where I go wrong, you know. But I hope you're seeing that you know, when I call the data, once we get it to a consolidating level, depending on the share size you want to trade, I mean, it is very callable, predictable, to a certain point here where you just predict it off the levels, off the whole and half dollar. You watch the volume, you know, you look at the overall move. Remember, you're dealing with a mega cap and large cap, so you don't get huge moves. So if you keep your share size tight, you know, you should be okay. It's not like when I trade the RV strategy, I know, but this is where you should be starting for sure. So it should be going up. It hit the story again. So that's 2 times on that story telling you that NVIDIA is going to go up, in my opinion. So how long will it take for the crowd to see this? I'm going to go ahead and pop in along again. So now I've got it even higher than I did before for that position. But I'm thinking this is just a small dip and it's going to come back. So hopefully I won't eat my words. Don't want to see the sellers and the volume surpass the sellers and the volume from the last. But it is doing it. See the 90%, 91, 95. It's dropping off right now. Looks like it's going to kind of stay steady there. Put me back in the hole again. This is not a bear flag because it broke the pole halfway. And the same thing, it can't be a bull flag here either. That was a reversal sign there. That was a little stronger, which wasn't good. Telling you that the downward move's not quite over yet, but it does seem to be reversing here. So breaks the 50 cent is kind of where I'm even money right at here at this point. Trading's fun. Here we go. Now we're making a profit. See if I can get out without a slip. I'll try. Tried to get out at 63 and then it fell off of it. You can see my trades right there. Here it is right here. And getting ready to cancel it. Yep, I'm going to cancel it. I have to reread the data, you know, if it stays in there too long, I don't. It's forming a new candle. I want to see what's going on here. Yeah, so that's what they call a gravestone. That is a reversal sign from that. Did not make a bull flag. This is in the candlestick pattern playbook where it actually rates these. I think that's like a 70% accurate that will turn it around, which is better than 50%, so... "30 seconds to prove it right." Also, we're hitting the 30-minute here. That's a downward move, so I don't want to be holding this as we cross the 30-minute. That's only 17 seconds from now. Well, I could look at it like get in a better position as it drops, or just get out for a loss here, small loss. And it doesn't mean it's going to go down, but... So this revealed itself correct. But now as we hit the 30-minute, all these 30-minute traders trade it short. See how they all jumped on it? I mean, I saw that happening. I decided to wait it out, though. That's why the multi-chart alignment's so helpful, guys. Our magnet's way up here, though. We've got a ATR and a VWAP here. And the news on NVIDIA is generally good. So I think it's going to keep going up today, but let's see. Wait, I was hoping for a little bigger dip here. You see this get to like $50 down, you would have seen me average in to get a better position, more down to like 91.25, where I'd be already profiting now. But okay, volume's going up as it's surpassing. So we shook out the 30-minute move. We're going back into the moment. Got a hammer here. Keep stopping at the 91.50. Jeez. Okay. Well, no matter what, we're going to be green. But I would like to be green like $100, but at least, which was our goal to start, and we're not there. So it's been a tough start for the stream. We're keeping it tiny and tight here. You know, not big share size, not big a chance for big losses or anything. I'm worrying about my staff. Here we go. Can we get down to 91? Oh, the magnet went down. Not good. Now it went back up. Did you see it pop down there? There it goes again. So this price action is now going to recede, which means this will stay here, which is not good because it pulls it toward that price, which is out of my position by close to 25 cents. So did not like to see that happening. That is the market magnet, folks. Here's the 50% range of it. So right in the middle, these arrows say go down from here, go up from here. That's based on volume price action, the average of it. And again, why do they have indicators like that? Because the average of what the crowd's doing. People want to know, and then they follow it. A lot of them do. You're looking for repeatable behavior, repeatable patterns with historical data, and the indicators show you short-term and long-term. All we have is what's happened before, and to analyze it and study it to see if maybe it'll happen again. I am going to average into this. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to take that, guys. Was there news that I should not, that I should be worried about? I don't know. So I'm at the 22 cent now. I took that dip off the ATR, hit the ATR. I was looking for it to get to 91. It did. It went in below it. So now I'm at a 22 cents rather than 48 cents. I'm not going through their little exchange, so I'm getting these weird little decimal things here through the regular exchanges. Now that was to help me just get out of a red trade. That's what that move was. Averaging down is a sort of advanced way to trade, or some people might call it, or averaging in, some people might call it a stupid way to trade. It depends on whether you can see it through, you know. Like right now, it's hurting me. I may have to go to Tesla to recover today, I swear. I managed to recover, and then I've got myself in trouble again. Tesla's kind of my go-to to pull the day out green. Basically because of the increased volume, you know, a price action within the volume. I mean, this has got pretty good volume, but it doesn't move as quickly, you know, up and down. So, what can I do on this one? Well, I can do, I'm already past the margin on this, so I can't hold this into a swing, nor would I anyway. The losses are very small right here, so if I decide to not wait this out, I'll just take the hit and go make money on a different stock. Yep, it seems like I'm going to want to get out of this if it doesn't do something quick my way. I don't like to see it break down. There we go. It broke above the ATR. Now it should use it as support. Come on. You heard me. Listen to the professor. We're going to go back up. Look how pretty that is to go up. Come on. You don't want to break down. You want to break up. You want to break out. Oh, no. No, 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 no. 73, 55 is support. I don't want to go down to that 55 level. That's too much money. Oh, it's already doing it to me. Very tempted to average in again. Here's our historical data from previous days, and we just hit it. What is going on? I'm waiting this out to read some news here. Apple just got a double thumbs up from top analysts. It's 10 a.m. That sends it down. Now I may want to swing this because this is crazy. Look at that. It's going to be hard to dig out of that now. $90. I'm $1 off position almost. I'm not sure this account lets me go another. If I have 44, 160. Well, it'll make that weird noise if I can't buy in here. Stopped at that 55 historical data, which is, you know, call it 50 really. Will it let me go in or not? If it breaks to 50 cents, I'll try it. Yeah, it let me go in. So now I'm really cooking. Now I'm really doing danger level here, guys. So I'm at 90.88. And this could drop me into the hundreds of dollars in a split second. So not advisable unless you have the account to deal with it. Basically trying to get to a lesser loss by playing this reindeer game. I'm only 20 cents off my position, 30 cents off my position now. It's just so many shares that it's painful. You can see that the buyers had taken over. We were breaking back through an historical level up, but now it's starting to hurt me. No, guys, it's going to hurt me. I'm going to have to get out, I think. It needs to recover here like fast, or I have to get out of this. I don't want to get this to like, you know, $800 or something down. So still a little bit of hope here. How many of you have been in this position? I'm sure a lot of you. I know I have on many occasions. Stair stepping up, which is a good sign. The sellers did not make the top of the volume. The buyers are now taking over on the volume. Give me a ring and that would be good. It's got a ways to go. So again, I'm only 24 cents off position. But with 400 shares, that's a lot. That can seem like a lot to people. Oh boy. Ugh, that was not good. Gonna have to get out. Might have to come back with a recap for you guys. It's playing games down here, consolidating right below my level. This is the worst because it's really not calling for a breakdown. It's just slowly fading down. It's just like, and the suspense builds. Yeah, if it was making big moves, I'd be out of this and take the hit. But it keeps showing signs that it's going to recover. So it's just sucking me in a little deeper and deeper, slowly going down the whirlpool of red. Oh, that was what I mean. Like, that was a big move. So break the 90, 190, and that's it. I got to get out. Yeah, I got to get out. Okay. That hurt. That was a bad trade, guys. Yeah. So that's what I mean by a big move that hurt me. Now it will turn around. Oh, my God. That was painful, huh? What are you going to do? You win some, you lose some. That's why averaging up like that can be... Now it will take me so much longer to get out. You better not just shoot straight up here. How many times have we seen that? Well, excuse me. I'm going to have to do some reindeer games to get out of this mess. Let me take a look at Tesla. Wow, Tesla's just fading down, huh? We're 36. What do we have for volume? What's our spread? 5 cents. Wow. Straight down, found a bottom. Started to turn around right around here. I put it at the 50 cent. That's its low right there, 36.38. Let me take a look at this real quick. Okay, yeah. So 15 to 30 bucks within seconds. We're going to go right in with 200 because I got to try to recover here, and hopefully it doesn't get me worse off. No, you know what? Well, let me just get the feel of this first. I'll go in with 100 shares. Again, I don't necessarily advise what I'm about to do, but I'm going to just do the thing that I do, which is recover. Boom, huh? So I think we want to go short buys still, guys, on this one. So weird because that trade I just had on Apple, I could have got out green for the day. It started green, you know, just within 4 minutes from being 300 down. So it's just like, you know, that's how it goes, right? It's just like, ouch. Slightly apprehensive. due to that trade on Apple. Even a guy like me, it can kind of hurt your confidence. I thought I called it. I was calling it correctly. It just... It probably will recover for the day, but I didn't want to stay on the move. I was over my margin, so... Or I was into margin, should I say. All right, here we go. I'm gonna take it I took that at the 50-cent mark. Tried to get out for a small win there to try to build my way back. I'm going to trade it short biased and take the recoils. So I did a short off that level, being short biased. Since it's retapping it, I want to make sure it's not on its way to break out. So break up. What do we have? Oh God, we're almost 2 hours on a stream already, huh? Almost, may have to do the recoil later to, all right. I went on a short as it was going up. I will average in at the 37 if it makes it that high. There it is. So now we are 200 on a short, 200 shares. Looking for the recoil. Position is 3236.85. Looking for the rejection off the 20 to recoil this. We'll be doing ask and bid on these because of the slip factor. Well, I didn't like to see that. Is it going to get me in worse trouble? Come on, fade like you've been doing. We're going short biased here. When it fades off this, it's going to drop fast. It's going to do a big boom in a minute here. There's a reversal sign on the pattern. Look for a big drop. Starting to go. I tried to get out there, so we got out for a not super big drop, but big enough drop to take that hit, to take that profit. So I called it, but I wasn't overstaying my welcome there. So that was an easy call off the whole dollar and a reversal sign. So that was pretty good. And we are short biased. Or it was NVIDIA. It was NVIDIA that killed me, right? Yeah. It's still fading. 189. Well, there's 190. It's right about where I left it. I'm looking up at the scanner. That stung. It's like a bee sting. I don't like the feel of it. So we can't get, I tended to want to go long here, but remember, we are short biased on this if you happen to be trading it along with me. That is an intraday level, so it's not, other than the 50 cent, we can't respect that very much. So boy, if it hits this level, I sure do want to go long. Right around 436. There it goes. Yeah, I want to go long, but I don't know. It's really definitely a short bias situation here. So better to wait for it to come up here and then come down again than to try to get it to be up there. But, then you could say, well, if I'm waiting for it to go up there, then why don't you just go up with it? Because you just don't know it's going to do that, What do we have to recover today? Ouch. Yeah, that's the big one, and that is NVIDIA. Yeah. So that's painful. There it keeps going, huh? My God. So that's the full ATR just hit. What is our ATR for today? Our ATR is $16. So did it really move $16 down today? Yeah, it did, huh? Yes, it did. Wow. Yeah, that's the full ATR. Wow. I feel sorry for those people that traded this long this morning. All right, let's see if we get any kind of a recovery up here to try to trade it. See how it stopped dead at the ATR? I mean, right at it. I mean, within pennies of the ATR. So a lot of people, I should have probably jumped into that. It's just it was going down so fast. I didn't trust it. Really easy to Monday morning quarterback these things and go, God, I should have done it. Hopefully nobody's going broke today. You're keeping your share size in order. We had a little kerflunkle, whatever it's called. But I will recover today. Just you guys might not get to see it all. I'll have to show it to you, but afterwards on a recap. Or wow, should I go in the second? Nope, because it is just gonna break. It's just not gonna do it. NVIDIA's attempt to take Tesla 10 minutes ago. All right, so I didn't actually see that pop up. That's a big deal. I'm flipping over here to Benzinga. I just want to see. Wow, huh? That's like a big deal, guys. That's, I guess they're considering that to be very bad news. I didn't know that that was happening. That they were attempting to take Tesla. Is that just an over exaggeration? That's a pretty big story. That could send this way down. Because people fearing they've lost Elon. But I mean, God, Nvidia's pretty good too, so that's a hard call, I would think. I want a little bit bigger retrace, and I'll go short here. I'm looking for it to go just a little bit higher off here. The low is 34.44, so we're up only 50 cents off the low. With Tesla, that's nothing. Can we get some more movement up, please? No, it's just not going to do it, huh? There it goes. There it goes. All right, I'm going to go for it. I should not have. That's because I'm not using their dark pool. All right, I'm looking for it to at least get back down to its low, which is like a $75 trade. I want it to get back down to its low here. And break it. That's what I want to see. Break the ATR. There it goes. There's at 51, 55. Oh, it's going back up. Hit a new low. I didn't see it hit that low. It didn't show me that low. Didn't show it on the market maker here. That's annoying. See, because now it's recovering. I didn't get a chance to grab it. That's very annoying. I wonder if I had it on the ladder, if it would have picked it up. Well, of course, I was waiting for it to break it. I think it broke it by 3 cents or something. Now I'm thinking I just want to take this trade, you know, when is it, if it gives me a decent opportunity again. There's 40 bucks. I'm just going to get out. It's going back up, so I'm just going to take that smaller profit. Well, I missed that lower one, unfortunately, but, you know, unless it just turns right back around again. But it just seemed like it was about to go back up, so I got out of it to look for another entry in it. Now it's going back down. I know, I got to get out. I got to do this later at the near to the power hour to recover here because I'm running out of time. Yep. Okay. So I do have other trading sessions I'm going to be doing. This kind of sucked me in. I like trading Tesla. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, so if I waited that out, I would have made it. It is still continuing to go down. All right, guys, I'm going to try to recover from this. Looks like I've got to make like 250 bucks to get out of this debacle and at least go green for the day. So I will keep you posted on that, what happened with that. In the meantime, I got to join other guys here. So be careful out there. And I think I'm on tomorrow, but if not, I'm definitely on at least another day this week. What is today? Oh, today's only Tuesday. So yeah, I'll still be on for this week some. So look for those alerts. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll show you the recovery. There's going to be a recovery. Confidence is high. All right. Go green out there.